It's me, Steph Founders. Emmanuel means God with us. So, I'm going to try to make this quick, because I tried to make this video twice, but I don't have a lot of room on my phone. About this EIDL grant stuff, $10,000, blah, blah, blah. Listen, Jesus said, my people won't be merchants. So this whole baller platform that the evil government has and the evil merchants have, and it's not that they're merchants of good things, it's that they're death merchants. Christ and God called them out in the Bible. It's in the Old Testament twice. I found it so far twice. I don't know if it's in there more than that, but I found it twice. And God is dissing them and condescending upon them and how sickening it is. And then another time he says how sickening it is when they tried to sell their healing arts. So the sick games that they play or whatever, that's what I think they're trying to do, is to get people to, want to stick in the, hey, everyone's a baller and got their own business. But if you think about how many of these jobs we don't need, and they're irrelevant, and they're stupid and evil, how many pornographers there are, how many of these it's just evil whores sitting in front of cameras for perverts and this and that, and then you got the really bad stuff too, with the illegal stuff and the child trafficking and abuse. So I think their thing is that as long as they get enough people, and in their sick accountants' minds, because I knew one of their accountants that worked for some of the largest corporations, his sick satanic mind that had come away from God was that, well, as long as there's still a demand and all about leveraging this, and they all play sick games. They're like addicted, they're like addicts addicted to games. A lot of the stuff with businesses is that they're addicted to games. They're not legitimately doing things that are for essential workers. Another thing, the essential workers is bullshit too, Nazi games, because a lot of them are death merchants also, and a death operative with drugs, pharma, fake cancer cures, things that actually hurt people instead of just going straight to the CBD in high doses. Telling people not to eat yeast. God says, don't put anything with yeast in my temple. Don't feed me anything with yeast. So if your body is a temple for God, you don't want to eat yeast. There's a whole book called The Candida Cure that reveals alcohol, high sugar, and yeast and yeasty bread. It's all things that cause other imbalances in the body, and that's obviously directly science related to exactly what God said. So there's another way to eliminate a whole bunch of other diseases and horrible things, is just don't eat anything with yeast. Don't overdo alcohol and high doses of sugar. Alcohol converts to sugar, and that's the problem. It also says in the Old Testament, drunkards don't go to heaven, so try not to drink. Jesus said, stay sober. For when the sons of men descend upon you, stay sober and well guarded. It'll be a lot easier to deal with, basically. So anyway, we don't want to have death merchants. They're trying to encourage people to be ballers and play their stupid games and play everyone's a little pimp. And they got all these hustlers and pedo pimps and all this too. It's disgusting evil. And it's a disgrace because it's not good for our society. It never has been, and it wouldn't be in the future. So to make the future better, we gotta just trust God, do the right thing, not play these little games. I'm homeless. I don't collect SSI, SSDI, or food stamps because they've been so weird to me, because their system with the welfare has also been full of double dipping, drug cartel related human traffickers. When I was in Georgia, the welfare office was shut down, and the remote worker over the phone told me I couldn't go and get a card there because they're shut down. I said I saw there was people there. She said that's people investigating them for child abuse. In Philadelphia, I went in multiple welfare offices because I needed help at times, and I noticed there was criminals in there that I had seen on the streets, and that there was people sitting in there with all kinds of kids all the time, all day. People seemed like disgusting perverts. I was pretty sure they were doing human trafficking in there also. So it's good everyone's remote working, and hopefully they can all get rooted out a lot easier this way too. Not giving them a little place to gather and do their sick little trades or whatever sick crimes they do. Everybody should be very aware in the department stores and grocery stores, Walmarts, this and that, because it seems to me, I've been up and down the East Coast in the past 6 months, a few places, all the way from Florida to Pennsylvania, and I'm telling you, there's sickos that collect and gather in those places, and it goes on because there's double dipping workers in there who work at these jobs and have these places because they're entertaining other criminal functions. That's exactly what it looks like to me. The things I hear in those places, the way everyone acts, all these disgusting perverts and nasty things they say, nasty, you can tell sometimes just by hearing them and looking at them what they're up to. You know, sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover, sometimes you really can. So again, they always teach these stupid slogans, oh, blah, 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 oh, you can't do this, can't have your cake and eat it too, can't judge a book by its cover, oh, blah, blah, nope, 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 nope. It's like Jesus said, they'll say things like, oh, red skies at night, sailor's delight, but he says they know nothing, it means nothing, they're all full of crap. So, a bunch of stupid stuff they say. Anyway, about the grants, it's sick because that money could just be divvied up and given to the poorest of the poor, the victims, the afflicted, the injured, veterans, people who have been victims of extreme abuse, which obviously a lot of people have, sex trafficking, you know, drug cartel victims, satanic cult victims. We all know there's a lot of victims. And the sick minds of these other people, they don't want to help anybody. They just rather see you, of course, destitute, abused, raped, murdered, dead is what they want, rather than see you uplifted like a normal person, you know, sees something and says, okay, I don't wish against it, you know. So it's pretty sick shit. Mitch McConnell said something that reminded me of how sick they are again. Like, he was trying to fight giving people money before. Now it said an article came up that he said something like, America needs another shot of adrenaline. That's a direct reference to adrenochrome, obviously, with them shooting up the glands that they rip out of the raped and abused children that they've been selling their adrenochrome. Hunter S. Thompson was talking about it before, and the Hollywood stuff and all this, and Epstein Island, Zuckerberg mentioned it. He said the little ones on Epstein Island, adrenochrome. So Mitch McConnell saying that's pretty sick. I don't know if he's aware of the language he was using and the connection. If he is, he's a witch. If not, you know, he just happened to say it, and it's just really disgusting to people that are sickened by it and aware of it. But another thing, Pelosi's up there, you know, trying to hold back and this and that, yet she is been outed by El Chapo's testimony and confession in jail as a cocaine dealer that was one of his partners. So I don't even know why she has a fucking job. She should be indicted and she should be put to court for dealing coke with foreign agents, terrorists, death merchants. These are all people that defile everyone in society, and it's horrible. That's the truth. So these stupid little business grants is just to try to make everybody a bunch of little, oh, I'm so independent, oh, I'm a baller, oh, I have my own business. If your business is worthless and vain and stupid, it's not worth doing. Modern technology, we have enough technology to run food farms pretty efficiently without a lot of people, and that's what, hey, what did everyone work for all these years? To make things easier, right? It doesn't mean, oh, well then Agenda 21 and kill the rest of the population because, blah, blah, blah. No. Not everyone needs a job. There's a lot of parents that should be raising their kids instead of putting them in satanic fucking child abuse, goddamn injection daycares, Rainbow, RYB, Clinton, NASDAQ company shit. That made it to the surface. Nobody should, the Catholic Church and the Boy Scouts and all this, nope. These people should have enough money to take care of their children. It's good that there's the rent and mortgage, thing that they cannot pay the rent and mortgage for the year and all that, but this should kind of keep going on. And yeah, people shouldn't be pushed into total destitution because other people can't control their sick urges to want to have sex with prostitutes, children, to murder people, to eat their adrenochrome, and to be cannibals and witches. Okay? Fucking disgusting addicts that want sick entertainment, and they want to make everything a sick, disgusting game. It's you people that's the problem with your sick addict urges and minds. Stop prying with everyone. You didn't make them, God did. Leave people alone. It's disgusting. You people's game is just a sickening shit show, sickening game. And that money, rather than encouraging a bunch of players and morons and merchants to have a bunch of unnecessary businesses, it would be better off going into the hands of the poorest of the poor. Like, take the people that make under $10,000 a year. Give it to them. Anybody ever think about that? You know, give everybody $500 a month. Do you know how much that would help people? Like, people who get stuck in between worlds in these systems, like me, like where they deliberately put me on a target list and tried to take away my food stamps when I legitimately should have food stamps since November, and it's now, what, July? Multiple states. Because, again, criminals with their little criminal tracking and their little death mobs, and they're trying to always, oh, maybe we can play witchcraft on this person and get them into our fucking sick game and try to break them down like the pimps do. What do? They try to go after people, ooh, mob them, ooh, make them feel insecure, ooh, see if you can insult their hair or their weight or their this or that, or tell them they don't shower. I don't give a fuck what you people think about me, and that's the attitude everybody else has to have up against these Luciferian devils and fags and witches and dykes and whatever little mobbish things they like to do, because they like to try to attack people, and they go about often in groups. Some of them do it alone. They're that perverse, and some of them are usually older men that do it alone. They're the ones that do it alone, but most of them only go around in groups doing it because they're all cowards. So, whatever. But their sick little game it's all that. And what is it all for? So that they can try to get people in their little cult, so they can have them raped and try to exploit them and make money off of them. It's disgusting evil. But yeah, fuck this EDL shit too. Just, you know, whatever. People, if they had a legitimate business that actually was essential workers and not death merchants, that'd be fine. But no, the rest of this is stupid. So, you know, I'm not going to take the money because I'm with Jesus and I won't be a merchant. Even if I want to be a service person and go write up real quick, file a state a tax EIN and say I'm a business and go get my $10,000, I just don't feel right about doing something like that because it seems not right. And my head is so fucked up and so pissed off at all you evil fucking bastards and witches that I can barely function. So there's people like me, and then there's people who are in a similar situation to me, and there's plenty of victims of all this sick shit that's been going on. They deserve the money. And we need UBI, and we're not going to play this fucking game. We need a Christianized, somewhat communized, militarized understanding between all of that, so it's one where people do have universal basic income or an income credit, and also get rid of this sick fake money game you have going on with the counterfeits and the gambling chips and all the fakes and frauds. Might as well just get rid of the whole welfare system and all that and scrap everything, because some people can't collect some of that stuff because they said, oh, you don't have enough working credits in the last 5 years, so you can't get on this SSI or whatever. And then they'll turn you down for the other one over and over, even if you should be able to get it. It's because they're playing, I told you what kind of games before, and they're playing double-dipping sick games. Oh no, we want to waste more of your time, make you work for it in person, because we like to control people and tell them no when we're in positions. No, you should be helping people and doing your jobs, you idiots. And now that's why you're all out of jobs, working remotely, and soon all your jobs will be completely gone, replaced by a very basic computer system. God will make the high places low. And see, this is already happening again. You see what's happening. So you people and your little abuse syndrome with wanting to always control everything and people and tell them no and not help the poor and the meek and the destitute and the afflicted, it's very sickening. And I guess that's about it for now.